Hey everyone, my name is Nathan, I'm one of the developers of Yeeps, and this Friday, Yeeps is going back to where it all began, the suburbs. Yeeps has grown a lot since it first started, and one of the most common requests we get nowadays is to make it all less confusing to new players. In the past, we tried to do that by just removing maps to keep things simpler, but we can do better than that. After all, Yeeps is great because it has so much stuff to do, which is why in this update, our approach has been to just reorganize things so that it's easier to see the bigger picture. And that's why we're bringing things back to the suburbs, to emphasize that classic place where everything began. But that's not all we're bringing back. A big change is that we're making it way easier to get to those classic minigames that Yeeps has always had at its core. And they're not just easier to get to, because they're also back in their classic maps, like Red vs. Blue, Outpost, Goblin Seed, and Hill. And thanks to a ton of brand new starter achievements, you can earn a bunch of coins just for playing, which makes it way easier to get those essential starter gadgets. But this update isn't just about old stuff. It is a suburbs update after all, which felt like the right time to bring in one of our oldest suburb suggestions: sports. From basketball trick shots to crazy football plays to just hitting a home run, there's so much chaos you can get down to. And it'll get even better with all the new sports cosmetics coming. Although I hear people might want even more sports than what we're adding, so let us know. I really am curious to know what sports you think are the most important ones to add next. But the most underrated feature of this update might be the new variables system. If you're a builder, these absolutely change the game. Want to make a game that's best of 3? Well, variables make it easier to keep track of score and detect when you've hit a certain number. You can also use the same system for timers, or making it so you have to hit something 5 times, or really anything that involves numbers. And if you want to go crazy, you can even make coordinate systems, or even 2D platformers. Yeah, we're just in lab, and the building potential is already through the roof, so you'll have to check this one out. Now, last but not least, if you're wondering how this new organization affects our original open world premise, don't worry. All that open world stuff that Yeeps has been building is still just as much a part of the game as ever. Our main hope is just that when someone boots up Yeeps for the first time, we want them to know what you can do in the game right away. And then with a bit of exploration, they'll certainly discover that there's more to every choice than meets the eye. And that's true whether that choice is playing a minigame, building with friends, or, thanks to the new layout, joining a community world. Because now with this update, community worlds are much easier to find, and it's easier to preview what's inside since the world's creators can customize the world's description and even set a thumbnail. For a game that's all about playing, sharing, and building games, I think it's fitting that community worlds be featured alongside everything else as a great showcase of what Yeeps can be. So yeah, this is a real wild update, but it's one that I'm glad brings back a lot of that classic Yeeps feel. Anyways, I'll see you on the 14th. Later. 1 through.